Hulk Hogan has to be the Hulk Hogan thing has to be let go, because the fans now feel how they feel about it. I know a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, it's because of his political beliefs." Now, there may be some people who are booing him because of his political beliefs. When you look at the Undertaker, who is clearly MAGA and has had that man on his show, I don't want to put his name out there just in case, but he still got cheered.
Yep.
The issue with Hulk Hogan is his racism. People don't like Hulk Hogan because he has blatantly said and carried out racist things, whether it be him getting caught on tape talking about a black man dating his daughter.
According to Radar Online and the National Enquirer, Hogan is heard on the tape, which was recorded in 2006, talking about his daughter Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American. I mean, I am a racist to a point. But then when it comes to nice people and whatever, then says, I mean, I'd rather, if she was going to some, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot tall worth $100 million, like a basketball player.
Using the N-word, whether it be the fact that recently at one of his stops in Tampa to promote his beer, a black woman was hired to help him promote it. Because she was black, she was later fired. This was confirmed. I'm not sure exactly what was done behind it, but from what it was said by a few people, this was confirmed. Terry Bollea has confirmed
that she was fired,
that she was let go because she was black, which I can't confirm it. I know that there's information out there stating that, but I do know that it was not received well. Once he found out that the young lady was black, she was let go. The thing about it is that he's had a history of behavior that has rubbed people the wrong way, and because of that, he's no longer someone that people want to see. On top of the fact, when you look at the issues of what came out during the Vince McMahon documentary about him, snitching on the union, because people don't like snitches.
So it got halfway through, and a lawyer can ask anything.
Yeah.
And my attorney says to Vince, Mr. McMahon, he said, has there ever been a union in wrestling? And Vince goes, no. Has anyone ever tried to form one? And Vince paused a moment. He said, yeah. He said, I think Jesse Ventura spouted his mouth off about it one time years ago. My attorney said, really? He said, how did you know did you hear Mr. Ventura, talk about unionizing?
Yeah.
And Vince said, no. My attorney said, well, then how did you know? With no hesitation, Vince answered, Hulk Hogan told me. Now, he's under sworn deposition here. He's under sworn deposition to tell the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of things that Terry has done has been completely unfavorable to this generation of professional wrestling fans. Now, you'll still have your people out there who will say, oh, this is not a big deal, this and that and the other. If you hear them say that, then you know why they're saying that. But the thing about it is, with Hulk Hogan, it may be time to let that partnership go. And you can't say that it's just because it was in California, because here in Florida, he was booed at Raymond James Stadium during WrestleMania. There's video out there that you can see for that also.
Well, let me tell you something, Titus. You know something, brother? We're going to make history tonight.
He's not received the same as he was when people were kids. Now, I can tell you right now, you can ask anybody who knows me, I've never been a Hulk Hogan. I've never been a Hulkamaniac. I've been Macho Man Randy Savage since as far back as I can remember. I was even Sergeant Slaughter, even before Sergeant, turned on the USA apparently in that storyline. But he's not well received anymore. And once you hear it and you see it, it's going to be interesting to see what WWE does with this moving forward. They're probably going to be very selective about the cities that they take him to or that they allow him to come out at, if they allow him to come out anymore. But this is just one of those situations where WWE has done so many things right. I personally feel like this was a shortcoming. This was the one black eye of that Netflix event, and it just really made me wonder, why wasn't it Stone Cold? And I'm sure that, like you said, there's reasons money was paid, things were done, but Hulk Hogan is just not received well by wrestling fans anymore, more or less in the last 10-15 years, and it's not going to change.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Alani Martin, a proud athlete from Dillard University.
And I was chosen as one of the March GCAC Women's Track and Field Athlete of the Week. On the track, I've claimed the title of the #1 hammer thrower in the GCAC. It's not just about the distances thrown, it's about the journey to get there. I train relentlessly, both in the classroom and on the field. Running, lifting, studying, every drop of sweat brings me closer to being my best self. When I'm at my peak, nothing can hold me back. But it's not just my story. There are thousands of HBCU athletes out there with their own dreams, challenges, and victories. We pour our hearts into every competition, fueled by passion and determination. Thanks to MTMV Sports, our stories find a voice. Our journeys, our struggles, and our moments of magic are shared with the world. MTMV Sports doesn't just broadcast our achievements, they celebrate our spirit and our community. Join us in celebrating the heart of HBCU athletics. Follow MTMV Sports on all social media platforms and download the MTMV Sports app today. Let's make every moment count together.